welcome to Upcycling SOS. Today the wife has asked me to build a photo booth to take pictures of all the clothes that she's been buying and reselling and that, just to make it look pretty. I'm going to make it out of everyday objects. And here's how you can do yours. But first, here's a quick message from our sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by 999 Coffee. Are you a coffee drinker? Have you looked everywhere for the perfect cup? Well, if you have, you're like me. I've looked all over the place to have a nice cup of coffee where you get the right buzz and it tastes really good. Well, I've done all the hard work and I found it. 999 Coffee has loads of different variations of coffee, the blends, the beans, because they choose the finest beans from all over the world and then roast it to perfection. So head on to 999 Coffee on their website, and as you can see, it's really nicely made. You've got the menus of all the coffees available. You've also got the different merch that's available. And these are high quality merch, believe you me. I have tried many different ones, and I must admit, I do have my favourites, but you're going to have to find out for yourself which one you prefer. And that's the website. So remember, head on to 999 Coffee and order yours. And just for an added little bonus, if you order and quote Upcycling SOS, you get 10% off your order. So what's not to like? Perfect coffee, 999 Coffee, straight to your door. Well, I'm definitely the first to respond. Get yours today. And thank you to my first sponsor. Right, let's get straight into the build. First, we're going to have to measure. We'll get back to you in 1 second. So this garage shelving is going to be base of operations, really. It's going to be all from this one. So what I'm going to do now, so the wife's backboard is going to be all here. We're going to have, so I need to measure this area so I can make a backboard, cover it with foam, and then an overlay of felt just to make it look nice and it'll protect the clothing. I'm also going to be putting some lights on the inside to simulate daylight. Apparently that's really good for photographers. So let's get measuring, and then we'll know then how big the backboard will need to be. But I'm going to extend it up because then she can move it to whatever angle she wants. So it's not just going to be flush on the back. She can move it so it goes up to, I don't know, what's that, about 30-degree angle. So we'll do that. Okay, so I've measured this and it's 35 inches width, and the height I'm going to give it 1 metre. It'll go over by about 10 centimetres to enable her to be able to do the tilt. So let me get the wood, and this is my old favourite. The pallet. So I'll disassemble this. I've chosen a thin, light pallet because the backboard then is not going to be heavy when she wants to manoeuvre it. So let's get all the wood, measure it up, put it together. I'll give it a quick sand just to make it safe, but you don't want to see all that, so we'll see it from this to a bunch of individual piles. Great. I've got this for the shelf, just to make it safe for the stuff to put on in case you want to put something on. So I'll just cut around this piece of foam for the shelf. Now the easiest way to do it is to do it over and over, do it light over it, because if you rough it up it'll just tear and it won't be good. So remember, light strokes. Right, now I've got that cut to size, beautiful. What I'm going to do is give it a good wipe down, and then our old favourite Mod Podge, I'm just going to glue it on, and then afterwards I put the felt, because I can take this off, felt over the top and then staple it from underneath. So let's give it a bit of a wipe. Added a couple of heavy stuff on top of it as well. Now it's pushing it down, let the glue work, leave that for a bit, come back to it, and then I'll put the felt on. So I'll leave that dry. I can do the other one now as well. So we'll do that one, the back, and then let's get back to felting. Looks alright so far. Okay, so I've finally got the foam. I'm going to cut it to shape now and then attach it with some glue. Now I'll put a load of Mod Podge down, stick it on. I've got the felt as well. Let's do the felt as well. That's all down. Now I'll put the felt over it. The glue will dry, but the felt, it's not going to touch the felt, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, and then once that's done, we'll do the shelf, do the lights, push, jump, jumps are good. So I'll do the felt now. Got this light grey colour, it'll show out everything, especially like white t-shirts and that the wife will want to do, possibly other white stuff. It's a good background. So grab it, cut it to shape and attach it on. Just going to get some Gorilla tape, put them in the middle just so I can pull it tight, find out where I'll need to staple. Right, that'll do. Now for the shelf. Once I've done the shelf, I've got the lights. So here's the shelf. Everything's in place. Wood is now stuck, as is the foam. Obviously this is where underneath there is going to be lights, so it's going to be flashing, it's going to be illuminating quite well. So just put some felt on this and yeah. Makeshift plaster went straight through, mother bitch. There we go. Gorilla tape. Nice. What about that? How about we put it on the shelf? I think this may need a bit of persuasion because of the extra. So let's see how it goes. All we need to remember that this side goes on this side. Right. How about with the back part? Okay, so what I've done is I've taken one of the shelves, which I was going to put on the top, and thought, it's too big, it's not going to work. And then I thought, cut it down using the table saw. Now I can run lights underneath this as well, so it's looking down. So it's got 360 coverage now. Give it a go. I would say that's a success. I think she's going to be proud. What I'll do is I'll put a hook or something there, one of those sticky on ones, so she can hang. I haven't got any hooks. And then she could hang whatever she wants to hang on there then. So I'll need to discover a way of attaching the top onto there, but I don't think I think it's fine at the moment. So there it is. So hopefully she'll like it. It's all lit up, and I don't know, let's see if she's got anything I can put there. So there we go, she wants to take a few pictures, yada yada yada. Ooh, it doesn't look too good. Now let's try. I think that's, I don't know, is it any better? It's got to be better, isn't it? And you can dim it, so, I mean, it's got lights all over, everywhere, including the back here. It's got to be. Right, so there we go. Another video. This took a while. It's probably going to be a fairly long one. Let's see how I edit it. But studio, cubbyhole, photography place, don't know what it's called, you name it. Comment down below, give me a name. They say, oh, you can build this out of spare parts. Because yeah, if you've got a big shelf, lots of people do. Wood, get a pallets for free. That's what I did. The lights, I think they're from Temu for a few quid, I don't know, 6 or 7 quid. The foam, if you well, you can make it out of any kind of foam, I suppose. You know, an old settee going for free, chop it up, make yourself a foam backing. The felt, that'll set you back a bit. And that is it. That's all it is. Oh, and the sticky hanger that I need to put on. I think I built that for 50 quid, maybe. That's with everything. Now I had to buy the foam, I had to buy the shelving, and I had to buy the felt. And I had to buy the lights. So I had to buy most things, really. But still 50 quid. Not too shabby. So there we go. Another video done. Like the video? If you liked it and you thought that this is useful in any way. Subscribe. It's growing. The subscribe list is growing, but tell your friends, tell everybody, subscribe, and comment. I need a name for this, so give me a name. Put it down in the comments area, and maybe it'll help you out one day. Maybe you're the one thinking, I want to do some photography of whatever. It could be, I don't know, whatever you want. And the scale is to what you want as well. We made it big because of she's doing clothing. So you can do it to any size that you want. So if it helps, drop me a comment and say it helped. Or if you don't want it, say thanks for the video, but it doesn't help me in any way. Great stuff. Right, so once again, remember, recycle, reuse, upcycle. Bye for now.